Hello everyone, welcome to Simon Tools. Behind me here is the Hyundai 2014. The car been bring me the day before to diagnostic the problem why the engine light is on, and I have my tools, my equipment. I reset the ODB and the engine run normal now, and now I go for a test drive and stay here, find out what's wrong and why the car keep go on the red lights. Before, when I scan, it say number 4 engine misfire. So now I go for test drive, see how it like, and we keep it here driving for 1 or 2 days, and we want to find out exactly why the engine light is still on. Okay, so if someone have some problem, we may find out some problem, may leave the car here. Sometime we may need to drive the car for a while, and we will see what happened. And so okay, the engine light been reset and go. Sometimes when you're driving, we have to put your foot on a little bit. Okay, and look out the mirror, and sometimes you can see what happened in the mirror. You can see it blow a little bit smoke, so that's the problem there. So maybe okay, maybe they bring the car here. I never do service this car, but I will beware. They will service and put too much oil in the engine. That's why they blow smoke, and there will be no way in the world it blows smoke. And we go for a drive again and again, and look out the mirror. You still can see some smoke on the mirror. See, that's what you're checking. So that's why when we pull out and test every single one of the spark plugs on ignition coil, all good. And today he bring again, so I will now probably nearly find out the problem. My dear friend will bring the car to someone else service, or maybe he do at home, and he will fill up too much oil. And now what I do, go home, take up each one of the spark plugs and checks, and you will see the moment of truth. Here we go. For example, we stop, right, and we turn off the car, and then we start the car again. Okay, everything normal. Yes, normal now, but when it misfire, a bit of oil in there can make it misfire. Okay, now we go home. We go, see smoke, see smoke. So that means you can see smoke out your tail. See that? Put the foot on bit. See, the smoke go every underwear. It go every underwear you want. And what I do now is drive home and take up the spark plugs. If you can see some burn of oil, that means the engine too much oil. We check the oil dipstick and see what happened, and why they give you too much oil in the engine. If worst case scenario, don't tell me this car have a this one done 176,000 K, and don't tell me it's the oil rotted inside the stem seal valve. So that's another story. Nothing wrong with ignition coil. Sometimes the oil go inside too much and they couldn't burn. Okay, turn off the air conditioning. Sounds weird. It sounds something loose in there. Okay, again. Smell oil burn. See? And that like a belt, something wrong. Okay, now we go home and open up and see what happened. Okay, you know, sometimes you fix the car, it got to be take time, man, to find out exactly what's wrong. It's not easy, not simple at all. See, we check everything, it's all right. Pull it out and clean, make sure it's super dry, and I wait for another 1 or 2 minutes to let it rot it down first all the way, and we test the oil, and if it is, we drain out some oil and open up and check all the spark plugs. See they any good, or maybe they caught so much oil on in the spark plugs, and that may cause the problem as well. So I try to explain and make everyone easy to understand how it works. Okay, I've been checking every single. This one very easy to pull out, right? One of the car easy to remove. Checking the ignition coil. So all the ignition coil I've been test is running good. All this I've been test is running good. And when I delete the engine number, engine light, and everything is working good. But the only problem is sometimes you see the oil coming out from the exhaust earlier. That means there's too much oil. So now I'm gonna dip on and see what happened. And if it's too much, we have to take them all out and make sure I check the spark plugs. And if it's too much oil in the spark plugs, we have to clean the spark plugs and then we put them back in. Because I remember he said this is brand new spark plug that I put on. So I checking and look for the oil level. So the oil level is on overfull a little bit. It's just about, say it's overfull a little bit. So make sure check again and open the spark plugs. And if I can find out exactly, I give them the answer straight away in the spark plugs and check the oil level right, and I give them the answer. The answer is the valve stem seal. So it's a little bit over. See, you see the over mark there, dry and wet, see? But let's see what we do. Take off the spark plugs and see what we got. We try to check the spark plug first, and if still good, that means something wrong still. And the EGR valve built in this one. Is there any other one that for control the EGR valves? It could be the problem as well. So that's what happened to the Toyota. So I don't know what happened to this car. It looked like it's built in the EGR valves. So we took all of them out, take all out, and take all the spark out and check. Okay. Okay. This one very simple and easy. Simple and easy. Someone said we have to replace the all four ignition coil. I be honest, I don't know why, and I don't know where and which one to burn and which one to repair. I don't know. So the 4 spark is out. Now we're gonna get the 4 spark out. Ignition coil number 1. This is number 4. Okay, we check number 4. So they said the number 4 ignition is misfire. Okay, we check moment of truth. We see the in here. Where is my thing? Pick up. Oh shit, man. Oh shit. Pick up, man. See? Okay. Okay, the spark plug look really good and clean to me. This is ignition number 4, but I said the number 4 is faulty. So I put number 1 4 back. Number 4 done. So number 4 burn beautiful and white is super good. Okay, we go to the next one. So we got the story from number 4. It's good. Number 2. So it's a bit wasting time, but you want to make sure it's good for them, so they don't have to come back and again and again and give you trouble. Okay. Shit, man, this one's too long, man. It's too long, man. Oh, see, sugar. Now we can see number 3. Number 3, we got some oil there. Got some oil there, baby. I must say, see the burn properly, not properly. So number 3. Okay, we put number 3 away. Whew. Bloody hot, really hot, man. So we can see number 3 is a bit trouble there. So number 4 is good. So this is what you have to do, okay? When you open up and you can see something's not correct, not correct. Number 2 is a little bit alright. Number 2 is still alright. And still a little bit of like oil there too. So number 2, okay, but it's better than number 3. Okay, we put it on back. So I put number 2 back, and we leave number 3 there. And we test the later we let it on and test the ignition coil. See how it like. Okay, number 2, put it back. Okay, number 1. Okay. Okay, moment of truth. Number 1 still got oil in there too. See, a lot of oil in the engine, and you see the burn and rot is inside. And I have a look. So don't tell me the oil got in the rocker cover. Okay, we got number 1 and number 3. Number 1 and number 3 is really bad on the ignition. See this one, black. So we leave that one there, and we put number 1 testing. Number 1 for testing. Anyway I want. Bloody hot, man. Number 2. Number 3. Doesn't matter. Now I turn the engine, see the ignition coil here working good. And if it is, all we have to do is put it back. We check the ignition coil, okay? Turn, let it go. Okay. See, ignition coil all good. You can see fuel, you can smell fuel in going in. So I'm gonna put everything back. It's number 1 and number 3. A little bit oil in there, in the spark plugs. And now what I do is take up a little bit of oil, wait cool down a little bit, and I turn off some oil, and I get it back to the correct oil level and see what happens. If it's work, it's work. If it don't work, I would say the valve stem seal is rotted inside, and the valve stem seal is gone. So that's why it gives you a hard time, okay? So I put everything on and dry. It should work. Oh, the spark on. See, all on. So that's how it should be. Okay, we are checking again and see what happened in the oil, and we report for them. So that's what happened. Okay, so we wait to cool, and then we put the oil out a little bit to the level, to the dipstick. But now I seen it like it run all right. It's run all right now. But before when I reset the red light, sometimes the red engine light's on. So that's what was happened, and the smoke will come out from the back. Oil dipstick. Take off some oil. We take off about half liter, 600 ml of oil. And what we do is go for test drive, see how it go. And oh shit, this one too cold, man. See this one? Shit one. Okay. What I do again is put it back and go for test drive. And I don't know where they get service this one from, but this belt, they need a new belt because you can hear the grips of the belt, they go off in here. So maybe need a new belt soon, so I don't know. That's what I want. Okay, now we get the keys and test. Okay, we put them on and test, see how it like. Key on, and then okay, put down, and now we gotta make a reverse and test drive again before we do put everything back together. Okay, we're driving reverse, so we take up to the right level of the oil, see how it's like, and hopefully it's work for them and save them money. Otherwise the oil rot inside the valve stem seal, so will be another headache for them. So nothing wrong with the ignition coil. Sometimes on the system it said number 4 ignition coil misfire, so they all wrong, man. They don't correct. Okay, now the engine go everything normal. Okay, looking good, so we don't see any smoke. Okay, now even I put my foot on. Okay, see, even go all the way the rev stop. Okay, off the max, see any smoke come out. Okay, all good. So that's how we do testing, and make sure try a few more laps around the bumps and see what happened. Maybe sometimes still too much oil, and the pumping and shake up and more oil going to the engine. Hopefully not. Okay, go. Beautiful. It's all right. It's all right. We just go for one lap. You can hear a little bit of noise on the belts. Dry belt, no good. May need a new dry belt. Okay, and this thing everyone should do and should check. Go on the eBay and buy the ODB reading and test for yourself, and that's how you test the spark plugs and test the system. And if you see any of them is all right, first of all you have to check every single coil, ignition coil. Just save you some money if you go to some mechanic and they throw you a lot of money. I said this and said that, and you have to do this and do that. They're gonna cost you your arm and leg. Buy yourself a cheap ODB reading, okay, cheap one, and try to reset, and that's how you figure it out and fix yourself. It's very comfortable now, quite actually, but like I said, a little bit number 1 and number 2, sorry, number 3 and number 2 number 1, sorry, a little bit of oil inside the spark plugs. So hopefully everything all right for them. Now I drive and I push on air conditioning and turn on the maximum air conditioning. You know, sometimes they drive and stop. See, they got any trouble with the air conditioning or not? Okay, let go. It's all right, nothing wrong. Still pick up. V8 supercar, man. V8 supercar, man. Okay, another one. Where my turbo, man? Sorry, non-turbo, NA. Okay, we are going home, baby. So shaking on the speed hump, and still no oil coming out so far. I checked the mirror, all good. Okay, no more cuts, man. That's all we can do, man. Okay, we going home. Okay, we going home. Finished for testing today. Hopefully be alright for them few more days before they come back and see me again. No, I hope not, man. I hope I try to explain for them and see what happened to the car, and they be right. See, all good. So stop, stay still. See, stay still and go. That's it. That's all we can do. See, no smoke coming out like before. It's good. So hopefully fix for them. Okay, now we go home and put the cover back on. See, you hear the bell noise? You see that? Especially when you turn on the air conditioning, you can hear more. Okay, we are stopped right there. Make a U-turn. Park the car where I got it to be. Park it there. Hyundai, man, Hyundai. I don't know what model this one. For me, no power at all. It's alright for cruising, but really, I don't know how much fuel economy this one. It may beat my my slipper. This one very fast. It can beat my slipper. Okay, we put the ODB cover back on. Okay, we put the ODB cover back on for them. And I don't get the car today, man. I hate lift the car here, man. Okay, put them up and turn up the air conditioning here, and turn up here, and we test again. Hope it fixed for them. See, no shaking, no nothing. The engine very stable on the tacho. That's all it is, man. And no blow smoke. See? See? No blow smoke. Oh, good. Where's the exhaust? The exhaust right there. Okay, check the engine again. I've been cruising too fast, man. See, nice and steady. Nice and steady now. Okay, so that's how it is. So that's how it is. We try to make the best for everyone and much easy for you. So buy a cheap ODB like this.